Right, so you all know that my car is broken, I can't drive it, I can't go anywhere to do a photo shoot. So I thought, instead of making excuses like most of you are, because the thing I hear all the time is people being like, I don't have the right locations, I'm not in cool places to get photos, I can't drive anywhere to get photos. Well, I can't either. And I'm going to show you that you can literally get photos in your shitty garden, in the rain, and then use Photoshop AI to enhance it like we do with the alien photo shoot to make a really cool photo. So that's what we're going to do. I've got Charlie here as well. He's helping me do it. These are not the best examples, there's better ones that I'll put on the screen, but for you to see, we're doing that. We're gonna remove the chair so then it looks like we're floating. Sometimes it's hard to keep my head. So we want the floor in the shot, I want the tree in the shot, and me in the shot. So I'm gonna put it in front of the tree, I think, like here. What do you reckon? I think we should just go all the way to the floor. You know when we did that long exposure video and we had the tripod upside down? Yeah. And it was like right against the floor. I think we should do that. I get so fed up. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to keep my head up. I've got the chair in the middle of the frame, grass at the bottom, tree in the background, but obviously we're going to cut most of this out, like the fencing and stuff like that. But that's where we're at. We're at a manual flexi spot as well, so I can move this spot, focus, that green square. I can move that to the chair, and then I can move it all the way down to the grass, and then I can move it all the way down to the tree as well, so then I've got multiple options.
I could really use some again. I've been in rehab, I don't really want to rehab sex. That ain't right, but that's alright. I'm out at night, in my head, off my meds, and I'm feeling sad, I don't know why.
This is the worst chair to use.
Why?
Because the fucking metal bars are like digging into the
yeah, that does look like it hurts.
Trying to hold it for at least fucking 10 seconds is a pain in the ass. I think people over there are probably thinking...
Yeah, everyone probably thinks, right, weirdos.
So what I've got, I had the idea of getting as many leaves as possible, and while we're going up, because obviously you want to simulate something pulling you up, and obviously we don't have a light beam, so I want something to show that we're like being lifted. So I'm going to try to get the leaves dropping down as well in the shot, and then we can use that as... Well, it looks like the wind is blowing the leaves up when you're going with the leaves, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of idea.
Can't get back, feeling sad, I don't know why, I ain't gon' lie. You ain't no good, but come on by, come on slide. Still can't feel, lost my bro, still don't cry, I don't know why.
So I want to go landscape. Portrait might look cooler. Might do portrait though. About there, it's going to be a tricky one because everything's like in the way, but should work out alright. Oh, you fell over. So this is what we're looking at, if you can see that. Charlie's there in the middle, dead center framed up, and then we're nice and low, and we'll just do the same thing, but this time it'll be like we're levitating from standing up. So yeah, let's do a couple of takes of this.
I get so fed up, sometimes it's hard to keep my...
Right, let's have a look at these photos. I've already done them last night, so they are all finished. So here is the before, and now here is the after of this one on the chair. This one's pretty sick, I really like it. What I didn't get though was, you know we were on about the leaves, it didn't really work, they weren't that in focus, they were a bit shit. So what I've done is I've come to the adjustments and I've put like a little gradient on the bottom to add a bit of shadow, lifted the shadows on Charlie, and then I've gone to the brush tool and I've added this like haze of light coming down the middle. And then what I did was, where is it? I came to the grain and I added some grain. I did originally have it like all the way up here, but it's a bit too much. So I brought the grain down to about there, just to give it a light little bit of like something pulling it up. But either way, it looks cool without anything obvious that's actually pulling them in the air anyway. And then obviously I used my preset, so it looked like that before. And then I put on Harsh Sun, which is actually the free preset in the description that you can get. So if I reset this image color-wise, bosh, come down to Harsh Sun, put that straight on. And then I just went up to the exposure and I literally just lifted the exposure and then the photos edited for me. So yeah, if you want a free preset, that's in the description below. Then I also did the same thing on the chair, but I did a sideways one. Oh wait, should I show you the, I'm supposed to show you the Photoshop. So this was the photo in Photoshop, and basically I ignore the fact that there's a person there, and I just grab this tool here, go to the generated fill, and I typed in forest. And what I do is I just set the scene with the photo. So we want to keep the ground, and then we set the scene so there's a forest for the rest of it. And then obviously I've got rid of Charlie in the actual generated fill here. So then I just get that photo again and I put it back on top of it and just mask him out separately and just put his body directly in line, because it's in the same photo, so it's going to line up exactly where he is, and I can put him back into the photo basically. But yeah, I just generated fill, and then obviously it gave me a lot better options than it is right now, but I did it section by section. So I did a little bit here, a little bit here, and you just use the photo and AI enhances it after that, but I'm not going to go too much into that. We've done that before. That's too much effort right now. So let's look at my one. Not too bad. It's a bit, my foot's disappeared. Don't have a normal shoe, but we can get over that. And then again, I just added linear gradients, so top and bottom, just to add shadows there to then make it look like there's like a streamline in the middle that's pulling me up with the brush tool as well. And then again, the same thing with the grain. Oh, I actually did the grain all the way up on this one, so you can see, if I zoom in, you can actually see the particles, so it kind of looks like that's pulling me up there. And it also doesn't look like I've got a head, but I do. I've just put my head like all the way back. Actually, I've done a really bad job at like filling that in, look at that. But you can't even see it from here, it doesn't even matter that much. But this one again, it was the same thing. In Photoshop, just mask over everything, set the scene with all the generated fill, with the woods, with the AI stuff, and then just again, take my separate body, mask it on top, throw it in, there's your photo, job done. It's really, really easy with the new AI stuff. And then there's this one. This one's the worst one. So this was where we were actually laying on the chair. I thought this was going to be the best one, but it's pretty shit. It's pretty bad. And I think mainly because you can see the chair, like you can see this lagging like crazy as well because there's so much data in this photo. But you can see, it's not letting me zoom in. You can see my shirt, oh here we go, is being pushed up by the chair, so it's not like dangling like I'm actually like floating. Plus the ground cut my foot off. But the original, we were just too close to the floor. Like if I show you the original, we were just too close to the floor. So like there wasn't much I could do AI wise because the floor was already there. Obviously I could just look at like add a forest in and make it look like I was floating on the floor, but it just looked a bit shit. It just didn't really work. It probably looked better on a beach that's a bit cooler on the floor. But it is what it is. The first two I like better than that one, but still, cool little idea. And we managed to get something like this. This is the best one, that's why I used it for the thumbnail. Something like this in your garden, because obviously we didn't have that forest, I didn't have to leave, I could just put that forest in. That's not too bad. So if you're making excuses that you can't get photos outside, get over yourself, come up with an idea, and then use Photoshop AI to enhance the rest of it, to put yourself in the place that you wanted to be in, but just make sure you use like the environment. Like this is the actual floor from the garden, and this is the actual branches from the original tree in the garden, but the rest of it is fake, and obviously that's obviously Charlie. But yeah, that's the floating technique, and that's a photo shoot in the garden without leaving the house. So you've got no excuses, and you should go try this out because it's really fun. Presets link below, gears link below. Job done. I'm going to do another one in the garden this week, a nighttime shoot, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe. 1,200 subscribers. Get in. That's it. Yeah. See you later.